is Agnes, and I'm the game director for Vanilla Minecraft. And the main reason we make Minecraft is to spread as much happiness and inspiration as possible. We want to bring smiles, and the game drops gives us a chance to do so more often and in a sustainable way. And I find that really precious. So far this year, we have released 2 game drops, and we got 2 more on the way. First is the Copper Age, which many of you might be familiar with. And a bit later in the show, we will be revealing an entirely new drop with features you haven't seen before, including a new mob. But more on that in a bit. First, let's take a closer look at the Copper Age, a drop you will be playing very soon. In fact, it's coming next week. Like many of you, the shells are one of my favorite features from the Copper Age. And when we first started to think about the concept, I was mainly excited about the very convenient hotbar swapping. But since then, we have seen players using it in so many creative ways we didn't think about, like furniture and lots of neat architectural details. I actually dusted off my very dear architectural dictionary to be able to talk about all these clever uses of the shelf. So I now know what words like entablatures, frieze, and pilasters are. But we don't have time for all this architectural terminology. Let's hear from our lovely devs.
So the Copper Age is coming in just a few days, and it's going to expand quite a lot what you can do with copper in the game.
Copper is abundant. I always find, much more copper than I do coal or iron or other precious materials when mining.
So we always saw copper as a decorative block, and that's exactly what players have been using it for. They've been building amazing statues and amazing cities, amazing buildings. But now we're going to introduce some more uses for copper. Now we can use it to craft tools, armor, and also the copper golem, which I'm very excited about. It'll be the first mob made out of copper.
So the Copper Golem is a new sort of friend to have in your base who's going to go through and help you organize your very messy chests, if you're anything like me. Move items from the copper chest you put things in into nearby normal chests with similar items in.
So the copper golem, it's pretty small. It's a lot smaller than the iron golem. But my favorite thing is the way we've animated it, with its limbs like clicking around and the way its head turns. I absolutely love it.
And it's really cute now with the eyes lighting up when it's active, the noises it makes.
In my head, it sounds way more like a beep boop robot than it actually does in the game, but it's like, wee, beep, beep.
What really, really adds the cherry on top is the sound effects from Sandra. They just really make it feel like something's alive in your base.
Starting to work with the sound on this, I wanted the fundamental to be like metal stuff, but with a hint of something more playful.
This could be a good spin sound, I think.
The Copper Golem doesn't have this ambient, idle sounds that it just makes when it walks around like most mobs do. So the personality would have to be in its movement. I wanted to create a voice of these like metal sounds. The Copper Golem spinning its head, and it's like something like this. I recorded my own voice for the hurts and death sounds.
It's actually me.
Dying. Don't hit them. Unless you want to hear my voice.
As the copper golem makes itself comfortable in your base, over time it's going to start oxidizing, turning into all the different copper states.
And when it reaches the maximum oxidation, it will eventually freeze into place and turn into a statue.
One neat thing that I know we both like is the fact that different statue poses will emit different redstone signals when you hook it up to a comparator.
So using that, you can make these cool like password locks to your vault in your base with all of your loot in, where you need to have like sitting, standing, running golem, and then the pistons will open and your chest is right there.
And of course, you can bring it back to its moving, sorting self by scraping that oxidization off, so it's not permanent.
There's more to this drop than just all the copper. We're also adding the shelf.
It's a functional block where you can put items on display, and you can also, in its powered state using redstone, do like hotbar swapping for the first time in Minecraft.
We wanted players to be able to display all their treasures and trophies, similar to an item frame, but then you'd always want to take those items down, so that's why we added the powered shelf for swapping with the hotbar. But players have not just been using it to display their items, they've been using it as decoration detail, and that's something that really took us by surprise.
Yeah, a lot of people have been using the shelf as a building block. So seeing it being used as like part of these big constructs and, you know, for like skirting board around a wall, I think is building with a very like Minecrafty feeling to it.
It's something that players have been craving for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of good builds coming out with it. The Copper Age is just days away, and with this we want to sort of fulfill copper as a full material tier, adding armor, weapons, tools.
And it's introducing, dare I say, the new cutest mob in the game with the Copper Golem.
Ooh, you're very wrong. What are you talking about? The cutest? The Golem? Are you forgetting the Happy Ghast?
Oh yeah, I am forgetting the Happy Ghast. That is a cute one.